In episode 4 of the Paramount Plus crime drama Mobland, the progressively escalating conflict between the Harrigans and the Stevensons appeared to be shifting toward peace, but only on the surface. In actuality, the seemingly unstoppable battle between the two London-based crime families is as near to exploding as ever, and may have taken a significant step toward explosion at the end of the episode. Episode 4 gave color and backstory to several of the show's primary characters. As the cast and plots are introduced, the show is beginning to add depth to both. The main storyline of the Heragan crime empire's quest to take over London's fentanyl trade, which is currently controlled by Richie Stevenson and his rival crime family, serves as the basis for each distinct subplot. Making sure the Harrigan's wrongdoings don't result in violence and trying to keep himself and the entire Heragan family out of jail has been Harry D'Souza's entire job. But it's becoming more and more obvious that the biggest danger to either of these outcomes is found inside the Cotswolds. Helen Mirren's character Maeve Heragan has been incredibly protective of her grandson, allowing Eddie Heragan to get away with everything and welcoming him with open arms and plaudits for his wrongdoings. This was particularly true when he killed Tommy Stevenson, the son of the infamous rivals of the Harrigans. There has also been a discernible pattern of her manipulating her husband Conrad, Pierce Brosnan, and it is strongly suggested that she is a symbolic Lady Macbeth figure who controls the Heragan crime empire from behind the scenes. The extent of Maeve Harrigan's sway over everything was made abundantly clear in a scene from Mobland's 4th episode. It is evident that although the volatile Eddie is a very willing participant in the scheme, it is Maeve Heragan who is pushing the Harrigans towards war, claiming that she and Eddie are about to send another message to the Stevensons. In a private moment with his grandmother, Eddie Heragan expresses his own doubts about whether what they were doing was a mistake, referring to his murder of Tommy Stevenson, which essentially guarantees the Harrigans go to war should Richie Stevenson ever find out. In episode 4, Richie brought Harry, Tom Hardy, into his facility by himself once more, stating that something didn't feel right after speaking with Valjean, the man who allegedly killed his son, and that he liked Harry enough to agree to put the matter to rest if Harry completed the job with Valjean because that would ease his mind. He hands Harry a gun, intending to observe the exchange and see if there is any hesitation or a flash of recognition between Valjean and Harry. Instead of using a gunshot to kill Valjean quickly, Harry uses a piece of wood that he breaks off and stabs him severely in the stomach until he dies, eliminating any possibility of doubt. Although it seemed to allay Richie's fears, he did have one last request. Tommy's burial should be attended by the Heragan family. Since the audience is unaware of what Valjean truly informed Richie about Tommy's death, it may possibly be a trap for the Harrigans. Despite the fact that it is obviously meant to serve as a symbolic peace between the two families. After Archie was killed in episode 1, the police were notified of his whereabouts, according to the conclusion of Mobland's 3rd episode. The entire Heragan family, including their dependable attorney O'Hara, witnessed the startling death. Conrad informs Maeve that only he and Harry knew the body's burial location, despite the fact that they were all witnesses to the crime. Since Conrad is aware that Harry kept the location of Archie's body a secret, whoever anonymously informed the police about it had to be Harry, or have been informed by Harry. Harry and Kevin, Paddy Considine, have a one-on-one talk while waiting for Richie to call, following his personal questioning of Valjean, and it produces some big revelations concerning the history of the Heragan family. The most significant is that when Conrad was in his 50s, and Bella, Kevin's wife, was only 20 or 21 years old, she was one of the girls he had on the side. It explains why she is rarely seen around the rest of the family, and perhaps why Bella is still trying to push a deal through with the enigmatic Frenchman Antoine, despite Harry's severe warnings against it. Jan was entertaining her new friend Alice, whom she had connected with after meeting her seemingly at random, when Conrad showed up at her house to confront her. When Conrad walks inside Jan's house, Alice begs to stay, but Conrad instantly rejects her with a glance. Alice is exposed as an undercover informant for DC's Fisk and Mukasa, and it is evident that she is attempting to obtain information about the Harrigans from a less suspicious source in Jan. At the conclusion of Mobland's fourth episode, her cover was still intact, but we'll see how long that lasts. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.